Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a worth the buy or not foundation and concealer review on Juvia's Place, the shade Stick Foundation, which looks like this, and also the I Am Magic Concealer. Now I did review the foundation, the I Am Magic Foundation. You'll have to go watch my thoughts to see what I thought of it. I will have the video linked down below in the description box, but I'm excited to test these out. This foundation just came out, I think like a few weeks ago, so I was really curious about it. They sell this product at Ulta. I do quickly want to give a shout out to a Juvia's Place palette that I've been obsessed with. This is the Mini Nubian palette, and it is so stinking cute. Look at that. Like, it just has the essential colors. I feel like it's perfect for traveling or every day. That's currently what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I kept it kind of like fall-esque and just a little smoky. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the foundation. The first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is primer. I already went ahead and moisturized, so that's always amazing. Today for primer, I'm going to be using my Fenty primer. This is the Pro Filter primer. And we're gonna be applying this all over our skin because I really want my skin to be nice and moisturized, hydrated, very soft. Oh, I think I forgot to mention the price of the foundation. The foundation, I'm pretty sure was like $19. It was actually very affordable. Juvia's Place is pretty affordable, so it's not like a very like intensely priced, but they had the display out as soon as I walked into Ulta, and I was like, perfect. These lashes are like so dramatic. These are Fuck Boy by Baddie lashes, in case you're wondering. I had to trim them a lot so they could be comfortable like on the ends, but they're like, we're here. Okay, it says to apply it in strokes and blend with a sponge or a brush. So like always, we're gonna be using a brush on one side and sponge on the other side. It also says a little bit of the foundation. It's called the Shade Sticks. They're perfect for contouring, concealing, and correcting. It's formulated to feel like skin. Our Shade Skin is a weightless, multi-purpose formula that glides on seamlessly over imperfections while giving a full definition to the face. It's a full coverage formula infused with shea butter and oil controlling ingredients that aid in a long wear time while providing radiance on the skin. Good for 24 months. It's paraben free, sulfate free, and gluten free. So this is what it looks like. It looks a little dry, like in the packaging, but I want to go ahead and get started. And this is in the shade Grenada. It looks a little orangey, but when I was in store, this is like the one that suited me the closest. Everything else was either too light or too warm. Okay, so it's blending out seamlessly. You guys know, I feel like with stick foundations, for me personally, I rather apply it with a brush than a sponge because I feel like a brush gives me a more full coverage finish. But this is actually giving me a pretty finish. I feel like it doesn't look so full coverage, like nasty full coverage. I feel like it looks like a healthy full coverage. So this was the closest match to me, but I still feel like this color is a little orange on me. That's the one thing I feel like with Juvia's Place. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, but I personally feel like they have a hard time getting the shades for like the medium skin, like medium to tan skin right. I don't know what it is, and I've seen you guys say that you guys also had this issue because I feel like they like jump from like a very light medium shade to like this shade, and then the next shade is like way too light. It's like they're not really covering the olive skin. Okay, so this is what it looks like with everything we have on. The forehead's pretty evened out. It looks very healthy. I feel like this is like a medium to full coverage because I feel like in some areas you can still see a little bit of my redness. So I'm gonna go back here. But I do like how like creamy this stick is. The last stick that I tried, I can't even remember what the last stick I tried was, but I just remember it being like really dry. And this one is not dry. It looks like skin. It has like this radiance from within. And I really like that. I feel like the sponge didn't absorb too much of the product. You guys can see this is what it looks like with one side on and the other side no product. I feel like as the product is sinking into the skin, I feel like it's starting to kind of like look a little bit more like my color. I don't think it's spot on with my color because my neck is a little bit more like neutral olivey. But I do think that it looks pretty good. But now we're gonna go in on the side where we're using the brush. And today I'm gonna be using my IT Cosmetics heart shape brush. You can find this brush exclusively at Ulta stores. This is something that they're doing for breast cancer awareness. But basically what they do is for every brush that is sold at your local Ultas, they give one to an organization where there are women who are dealing with the side effects of breast cancer and are trying to rebuild their confidence and all of those amazing things. So I think it's very beautiful that IT Cosmetics has partnered with such an amazing organization to do positive things for this world, because we're constantly faced with terrible things in this world. So it's awesome that they're able to do something positive during this time of the year. So you can head over to Ulta to check this brush out. These brushes are so nice and you can never go wrong with IT Cosmetics, because their brushes will never fail you and they're such good quality. They last you forever. Look at that, way more full coverage than with the sponge. You guys know I always talk about this. I feel like with a stick foundation, if you want full coverage results right away, you should probably apply it with a brush. I'm gonna apply a little bit on my nose because that's where we haven't applied any. The forehead's always like on fire because my forehead's so evened out. So I feel like for more natural makeup days, I would definitely go in with a sponge. And then for my more full coverage days, like if I'm going, you know, out for the evening to like a party or something, and I want to have like full coverage, then I would definitely do a brush. But if I want something for during the day, then I would definitely do the sponge. It looks really nice. I actually am liking this better than I liked the liquid foundation. I think it was the I Am Magic liquid foundation. I think I like this a little bit better than that. I like the consistency and I like how creamy the stick is. I feel like now, having tried this, I feel like I would be more inclined to want to try like a darker shade for contouring, because I feel like I've been really into like that cream contour. So I feel like this is so nice, smooth, and very pigmented that it would give me like a really snatched contour. That's what we have right now. Put my foundation brush to the side. Remember what I said about this, go check them out at Ulta. I was just at Ulta yesterday and I saw them at local Ulta, so I know you guys will be able to find these, or you can go online and find it. Okay, so we're gonna put the stick away, and now we're gonna move on to the concealer. So this is the I Am Magic concealer. They also have these at Ulta, and they have a good shade range, which is fantastic. I was really intrigued by this because I felt like there's a lot of product in here. Let me see how much. Oh, there's 0.34 ounces. So there's actually equally the same amount of product in both of these. So I picked this one up in the shade 15 because I like a brightening effect. I'm hoping that it'll give me brightening. Ooh, the foundation looks so fresh right now. Let's talk about the foundation real quick. I'm like getting too excited with everything. So the foundation has like this very fresh finish, which I think for somebody that has normal skin or dry skin, they'll really enjoy that it's giving you a little bit of radiance peeking through. I'm noticing it right here on me. It's not freaking me out just yet because I feel like it looks very pretty. What I'm gonna do as an oily skin person is make sure that I do set the areas where I tend to get the most oily. So that's definitely my smile lines and my T-zone. So we're gonna cover that in just a second. But I feel like overall, it looks really nice and it just is giving me like pretty healthy vibes. So that's what I'm getting. It's not going onto any of my texture or any of my fine lines. So I think so far so good. So let's grab this concealer. And now that we're applying concealer, yeah, that's like how I like my concealer. So now that we're applying the concealer, we're going to kind of be neutralizing a little bit of oranginess that we have going on the skin. I feel like it doesn't look that bad, but the shade is definitely a little bit darker than what I want for foundation. So I think this concealer will neutralize it. Okay, this concealer blended out immediately. Wow. Wow. Definitely full coverage. And they do have powder too, but I didn't grab that because I'm just very particular with powder. Maybe later on when I run out of the powder that I'm using right now. Right now I'm between Airspun and the Kylie powder. I really am loving the Kylie powder. Okay, so that blend perfectly. Now I'm gonna go in with the Kylie powder. And this is in the shade Beige. And we're just gonna set that baby. You know what, I'm gonna let that sit for a second because I want to show you the difference. Okay, so let's see what it says about this concealer. So it's supposed to be a creamy, radiant concealer. It smooths and cancels out dark circles, blemishes, and skin imperfections. So it doesn't really say anything about being like super full coverage here, but I definitely got super full coverage results, but it does feel very nice and creamy. I did see a little bit of radiance peek through, but because I'm setting it with my baking powder, because if I don't, it will crease. We're probably not going to see that radiance come through, but that's just something that it does say, but it does feel very nice and hydrating. Just kind of dusting the powder away into the rest of the foundation. Okay, that looks really nice. So you guys can see the difference right there with concealer, with no concealer. There's a little bit of some darkness right here. I don't suffer from severe darkness, so I know sometimes you guys are like, oh, she has perfect under eyes, but I still like a good concealer that will cover, you know, darkness, because I do have some right there. Okay, so now that we have that, we are good to go. I probably will set the face one more time once I'm done putting my blush and all those other little things. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of the face, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my very first thoughts on how this worked with everything on my face. And then we can go ahead and start our day, because I do want to do check-ins, natural lighting, and obviously our final check-in to let you guys know if I think these products are worth checking out or not. Guys, so I am back. I finished my entire face of makeup. All the details will be listed down below in my description box. But like, can we talk about this lip? Like, I've been so into these like dark burnt red lips. This is actually from Kokie Cosmetics. It is their matte lipstick. It is so moisturizing, even though it's a matte consistency. This is in the shade Butter Rum, and it's like a dream come true, and it's so inexpensive. It's like $8. You can find it at Rite Aid or online, and like, you're gonna be slaying the game. So all the details will be down below in my description box. Okay, so let's get into the foundation and the concealer, which I have sitting right here. I have to say, as I was doing my makeup, I was really examining my face like crazy, and I was like, how does this look? Does it look good? And I have to say, I really like how the foundation and the concealer look a lot. Now, I do want to say, for the foundation, I did have to go ahead and set my face one more time. Like I mentioned, I used my Kylie powder, and I basically set my entire T-zone, and I let my smile lines bake for a little bit. The reason I let them bake is that so it would absorb all of the oils that were on here, and would also help prevent it from getting really oily through the day. So I'm hoping that that works, because right now I feel like my skin looks very perfected. So as for the concealer, I'm also really loving this concealer. It is lovely on the under eye. I love how creamy it is and how refreshing it feels. I feel like it's a very hydrating concealer, yet has very full coverage. I feel like the coverage that I'm getting out of this concealer is phenomenal. Now, I did notice one little thing right here is that there's this little part, I don't know if you guys can tell, right on these edges where I do have some concealer residue, and it was a part that wasn't covered when I went and baked it. So it looks a little bit wet still, a little bit radiant. So I would say that if you do have oily skin, or you don't like a radiant concealer, make sure that you do bake it and set it like I did, because that will definitely help. Now, you guys might always have to bake and set because of my creasing on my under eyes, but I just feel like this is a look right now. Like, this is a look. Like, I really do like this. So right now it is 9 a.m. So I'm going to carry on with the rest of my day. You guys will see me for my natural lighting check-in, where we will be able to really tell how the color does with the neck. I don't think it's too bad, but you guys will see it in a second. And then you guys will see a check-in around probably like 4 p.m. And then you guys will see my final thoughts at the very end of the day. So stay tuned if you want to see all that, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good one. So far, so good. And I'm glad that this is working out for me for now. So stay tuned if you want to see how this ends up doing at the end of the day. guys, so I am back right now. It is 6:57. I changed my shirt because I was hot. That's I'm in a different shirt. And I'm also getting ready to take off this makeup because I'm going to be working out soon. But I wanted to come in here and give you guys my final check-in for the day. As you can see, this is what the foundation looks like. It definitely did pick up a little bit of dew through the day, right in the areas where I usually get dewy, like my smile lines. It does rub off easily. That's another thing, as you guys can see. But the only thing that I feel like really was like not my cup of tea was the fact that I do feel like the color is just off. People that are going to enjoy this foundation are people that have probably dry to combination skin. As for the concealer, I really like this concealer. I love how creamy, how full coverage, and how hydrating this is. I feel like for somebody that enjoys using a lot of matte products, it's nice to have a nice creamy, hydrating concealer like this so that it can really make everything look really nice through the day and just kind of blend perfectly in with a more matte formula. And if you do want to check them out, go to your local Ulta because they do sell them there. And I know you guys just love to go to Ulta and do some shopping. Who doesn't, right? So I hope that this video was very helpful for you guys. I hope that you guys were able to see how this worked on the face. I'm so ready to take off these lashes. It's been a long day and I'm just like, okay, they need to come off. Leave your thoughts down below so that we can go ahead and start a conversation. I always love interacting with you guys on the products and what we talked about. So go ahead and do that. And if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope that you enjoyed this video enough to stick around and become a member of our family here on YouTube. And also hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video, because why would you want to miss a video? I mean, I wouldn't if I were you. So hit the bell and subscribe. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing my worth a buy or not foundation reviews. And that being said, I love you guys so much, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.